Namaste my dear students, నేను మీ సూర్యతేజ ఫ్రమ్ సాయిమేధ ఈసెట్ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్. డైరెక్టర్ జేసీ సార్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో శశికాంత్ వాల్మీకి సార్ పర్యవేక్షణ నిర్వహిస్తున్న సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఈసెట్ 2023 రాసిన విద్యార్థులందరికీ మీరు అబ్జెక్షన్స్ పెట్టుకోనికి వీలుగా ఉండాలి అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈసెట్ పేపర్స్ అన్నిటిని బిట్ టు బిట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్ సిరీస్ మీ ముందుకు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. కాబట్టి మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఎవరైతే ఈసెట్ 2023 రాస్తారో, ఎవరైతే క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్స్ తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో, పూర్తి డీటెయిల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్స్ని ఖచ్చితంగా వాచ్ చేయండి. అలాగే మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికీ కూడా ఈ వీడియో లెక్చర్ సిరీస్ని షేర్ చేయండి. దీంతో పాటుగా మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఎవరైతే ఈసెట్ 2023 రాస్తారో వీళ్ళందరికీ సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఒక ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్ ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసింది. గత 25 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఎంతో మంది ఇంజనీర్లు తయారు చేసిన సంస్థ సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ డిప్లొమా విద్యార్థులకి అండగా బాసటగా నిలవన ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ బ్యాచ్ ని మీ ముందుకు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ఈ బ్యాచ్ లో భాగంగా మీ అందరికీ మొదటిగా మీరు బీటెక్ లోకి వెళ్ళిన వెంటనే ఇబ్బంది పడుతారు అనే ఉద్దేశంతో, ఆ ఇబ్బందిని పోగొడితేనే ఫ్రీ మైండ్ తో ఉంటేనే పని బాగా చేస్తారనే ఉద్దేశంతో బీటెక్ 2-1 అకాడమిక్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. బీటెక్ 2-1 అకాడమిక్ సబ్జెక్ట్సే కాకుండా సిఆర్టీ క్యాంపస్ రిక్రూట్మెంట్ ట్రైనింగ్, దీనిలో భాగంగా ఆప్టిట్యూడ్, రీజనింగ్, ఇంగ్లీష్, అదేవిధంగా సిఆర్టీకి కావాల్సిన బేసిక్ కోడింగ్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ సి కావచ్చు, C++ కావచ్చు, జావా కావచ్చు, పైథాన్ కావచ్చు, వీటన్నిటిని మనము లైవ్ క్లాసెస్ ద్వారా అందిస్తాం. దీంతో పాటుగా థర్డ్ వన్ డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్, మీరందరూ సంవత్సరం నుంచి కావచ్చు, సెకండ్ ఇయర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన దగ్గర కావచ్చు, ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన దగ్గర కావచ్చు, ఈ సెట్ కొరకు ఇంజనీరింగ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ బాగా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు. ఇదే ఇంజనీరింగ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేది మీకు రేపు డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ కూడా ఉండడం జరుగుతుంది. కాకపోతే మీరు రేపు జాబ్ పడినప్పుడు రెడీగా ఉండాలంటే కన్సిస్టెంట్గా ప్రిపరేషన్ అది అవసరం అవడం జరుగుతుంది. కన్సిస్టెంట్గా మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీ అందరూ బాగా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు, మీకు సపోర్ట్ ఉండాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఒక టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కూడా మనం ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్లో ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్లో భాగంగా ప్రతి వీక్ టాపిక్ వైజ్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్లు కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. టాపిక్ వైజ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మనం మిక్స్డ్ టాపిక్స్ ఆర్ మిక్స్డ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఫైనల్ గా ఓవరాల్ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్లు కండక్ట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. 1 ఇయర్ పాటుగా మీకు ఈ డిప్లొమా బేస్డ్ జాబ్స్ యొక్క టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కోర్స్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీంతో పాటుగా 2 ఇయర్స్ వ్యాలిడిటీతో ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియాలో ఎవరు తయారు చేయలేని విధంగా మన సాయిమేధ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్ ఒక గేట్ కోర్స్ని రెడీ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ గేట్ కోర్స్ విత్ వ్యాలిడిటీ ఆఫ్ 2 ఇయర్స్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ 4 మాడ్యూల్స్ మనము ద్రోణాచార్య బ్యాచ్లో అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీని విలువ సుమారుగా ₹1,00,000. కానీ ఈ కోర్సు మొత్తాన్ని ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్గా అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. జస్ట్ ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాల మెయింటెనెన్స్కి, అదేవిధంగా టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ కోసమని రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఫీజ్ ₹3,000 అనేది తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. ఎవరైతే డిప్లొమా కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుని బీటెక్ వెళ్తున్నారో వీళ్ళందరికీ ఒక మంచి అవకాశం ఇది. కాబట్టి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని మీరందరూ ఉపయోగించుకుంటారని ఆశిస్తున్నా. మీరు ఈ అవకాశాన్ని వినియోగించుకోవాలంటే ముందుగా మీరు మన అప్లికేషన్ స్పేస్ గేట్ అనే అప్లికేషన్ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేయండి. డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అందులో ప్రొఫైల్ సెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ ప్రొఫైల్ సెక్షన్ మొత్తాన్ని ఫిల్ చేయండి. ఫిల్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీ అడ్మిషన్ ప్రాసెస్ కోసమని 9848692598 ఈ నెంబర్కి కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి. అడ్మిషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎట్లా, అదేవిధంగా ఇంకేమైనా కోర్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఏమైనా కావాలంటే కూడా పూర్తి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అందించడం జరుగుతుంది. మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, మీరందరూ ఈ అవకాశాన్ని వినియోగించుకుంటారని ఆశిస్తూ నేను మీ సూర్యతేజ ఫ్రమ్ సాయిమేధ ఈసెట్ కోచింగ్ సెంటర్ కోటి హైదరాబాద్.
In a closed coil helical spring having stiffness K is cut into two equal n equal parts, n times the stiffness is going to vary. So cut into 2 equal half, then the stiffness of the resulting each spring is going to become, I told you, 2 equal parts. If it is given 2, then it is going to become 2K. 3 equal parts, 3K. 4 equal parts, 4K. As the length increases, stiffness going to be what? Increase. How many equal parts? That many times the stiffness is going to increase. Very simple question asked. For atmospheric air, Cp by Cv is equals to, we know air is a diatomic gas. Air is a which gas? A diatomic gas. For diatomic gas, Cp, Cv values are 7R by 2, 5R by 2. So gamma value is going to become 7 divided by 5, 1.4. So what is the answer here? Diatomic gas, answer is 1.4. Monoatomic gas will be having 1.33, diatomic gas will be having 1.4, polyatomic gas will be having 1.33 I guess. Okay, first one is 1.6. Let me write all the three. Mono is having 1.66, di is having water, that is diatomic example is air, 1.4, polyatomic gas is having 3, 4 by 3, right? Polyatomic, now correct, is going to be having 1.33. Go through it now. Option number 4. Next question given is, in a polytropic process, PV to the power of n is equals to constant, n is equals to 1. Okay, n is equals to 1. This is pressure versus volume diagram. Here we will be having constant pressure process, constant volume process, isothermal process, adiabatic process. N value is equals to infinity. This is called as constant pressure. Constant pressure. N value is equals to 0. This one is infinity, right? Vertical is infinity, horizontal is 0. Horizontal is 0. Constant pressure 90 degrees, because slope is, vertical line for slope is 90 degrees, tan 90 infinity. So this is for constant volume. Constant volume, n is equals to 1. That means PV to the power of n is equals to constant, PV to the power of 1 is equals to constant, PV is equals to constant. PV equal to constant is for which process? Isothermal process. Similarly, n is equals to gamma, PV to the power of n is equals to constant, PV to the power of gamma is equals to constant. Gamma is given, this is which process? Adiabatic process. Adiabatic. Now he is asking PV to the power of n equal to constant, n equal to 1. If you substitute PV to the power of n is equals to constant, PV to the power of 1 is equals to constant, PV is equals to constant is the formula for isothermal. Okay, go through it. N equal to 0, constant pressure, n equal to infinity, constant volume, n equal to 1, isothermal, n is equals to gamma, adiabatic process. Okay, pause the video, note it down. Go for the next question. Which of the following is an example of closed system? We are having open system, closed system and isolated system. Open, closed, isolated. 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 In which mass and energy we have. Mass transfers the boundary, energy transfers the boundary. Mass does not transfer the boundary, energy transfers the boundary. Mass does not transfer the boundary, energy also does not transfers the boundary. This is transfers boundary. Cross indicates does not transfer. Does not transfer boundary. So, in a closed system, mass does not transfer, only energy transfers. Only energy transfers. Scooter engine, exhaust gas. Exhaust gas. Okay. Centrifugal pump, water. Water flows in and out. In and out. Here also in and out. Gas turbine, in and out. Fuel, air, gas. So this is example of open. This is example of open. This is an example of open. Car battery. Car battery, only energy transfers. Only energy transfer. This one is plus terminal. This one is minus terminal. Only energy transfers. Okay. Mass inside the fluid. Fluid inside the battery will be always remaining water same. So only energy transfers. So this is an example of which system? Closed system. So car battery is the correct answer. Go through it. Mass and energy transfer the boundary. Mass does not transfer, only energy transfers. Neither mass nor energy transfers, isolated. Pause the video, note it down. Let's go for the next question. Next question given is, the lowest temperature at which fuel vapors keep burning even after the ignition source is removed. Flash point, it is going to be giving only spark. It is only going to giving the spark, that's why it is wrong. Pour point is melting point, you can say. Melting point, this is also wrong. Cloud point, this is also something vapor point, but this is also wrong. Fire point, it is the point where continuous flames are going to be burning, generating. So answer is fire point. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. For a given same maximum pressure and maximum temperature, the efficiency is off. Whenever pressure is mentioned, pressure, then what happens? Diesel is greater. Diesel is greater than, dual is greater than auto. Whenever pressure is mentioned, maximum pressure. Whenever we talk about compression ratio, same compression ratio, then the answer is going to become what, guys? Diesel is lesser than, or dual is lesser than auto. Now he is asking about pressure. So definitely diesel is more. So correct answer is diesel is greater than, dual is greater than auto. Pressure mentioned, diesel. Compression ratio, heat supplied, heat rejection is mentioned, then the answer is auto. Chalo, pause the video, note it down. The air standard cycle involving constant pressure heat addition and constant volume heat rejection. This is pressure versus volume, constant pressure, constant volume. This is the cycle. This cycle is called as which cycle? Diesel cycle. Constant pressure heat supply, constant volume heat rejection. Volume remaining constant. Here P1 is equals to P2. Pressure remaining constant. So answer is what? Diesel cycle. In the Otto cycle, we will be having constant volume, constant pressure. Constant volume, constant volume. Both are constant volume. Constant volume heat supply, constant volume heat rejection. Okay. So that cannot be the correct answer. Go through it once, all the questions which are given there. So Otto cycle is one which is going to be having what? Heat supply and heat rejection both at constant volume process. Constant volume, constant volume. So this one is wrong. Atkinson cycle will be having constant pressure heat rejection, constant volume heat addition. So this is also wrong. Breton cycle will be having two constant pressure process. Constant pressure heat supply, constant pressure heat rejection. So this is also wrong. Okay. So the correct answer is what? A diesel cycle. Okay. Chalo, pause the video, note it down. Let's go for the next question now. Which of the following is the correctest sequence of 4 strokes? Suction, compression, expansion, exhaust. We know that first what takes place? Suction. Fuel enters into the system, right? Air plus fuel mixture or fuel enters. Then what happens? Compression. Then what happens? Expansion. And at last what? Exhaust. So in the valve diagram it can be shown better. The first one is suction from the inlet valve to from the top dead center to bottom dead center. Here inlet valve opens, suction, then we have compression, then we have expansion, and at last we will be having what? Exhaust. Suction, compression, expansion and exhaust. Suction, compression, expansion, exhaust. Option number 3. Okay. Go through it. If all the events are completed in 2-stroke, engine is called as 2-stroke engine. If all the events are completed in 4 strokes, it is called as 4-stroke engine. It is called as 4-stroke engine. Go for the next question. To evaluate the performance of an internal combustion engine, the brake power engine is measured by using brake power. BP is measured by dynamometer. Actually, power is not measured. You are going to be calculating the torque there by utilizing the dynamometer. Brake power is equals to 2 pi nt divided by 60, where this torque can be written as rope brake test, prony brake test, T is equals to W minus S into Rm, T is equals to W into R. But this formula is utilized for rope brake test, and this one is prony brake test. So we will be using the brake test phenomena in order to find out the torque and in turn brake power by using a dynamometer. Okay, dynamometer is the correct answer. Go for the next. The frictional power is in an internal combustion engine cannot be determined. Morse test, yes, definitely it can be. Morse test, it can be. Motoring test, it's again motor, yes, it can be. Williams line method is the same thing where you are going to be generating that friction power line, guys. So this is also can be. So cooling curve test, this is something odd one out, so this must be the correct answer. In the previous Ecet examination question, Morse test is utilized for finding out what? Mechanical efficiency of a multi-cylinder engine. IP you need to find out, indicated power, brake power, with which you will be finding out the mechanical efficiency. That was the asked question. This year the question asked over the Morse test is cannot be found by which type of method. Morse test is there, motoring test is there, Williams line is there, cooling curve method is the odd one out. Next one, with reference to the reciprocating single stage air compressor, the clearance ratio is equals to clearance volume divided by swept volume. You will be writing the K is equals to Vc divided by what? Vs. K is equals to Vc divided by Vs. In the different bits I have given this value also, that is efficiency is 1 plus K minus K into P2 by P1 whole to the power of 1 by N. While explaining the derivation part, we discussed K is equals to Vc divided by Vs, that is clearance to that of the swept volume. Clearance volume to swept volume, Vc divided by Vs. Chalo, go for the next question. Which of the following is not a method employed to improve the thermal efficiency of open cycle gas turbine? Intercooling, reheating, regeneration, 3 things are going to be utilized in order to make a regeneration cycle, that is Ericsson cycle. We will be using the standard or ideal cycle for gas turbine. Ideal cycle for gas turbine is dash. What is the answer? Ericsson cycle, right? Ericsson cycle. So this one is called as intercooling. Pressure increases, decreases, pressure increases, decreases, increases, decreases, and then the pressure is going on, increases. This is called as reheating, and this is called as regeneration. So here temperature will be taken as constant. Here temperature will be taken as constant. Okay, two constant temperature. This process of taking the multi stages is called as intercooling. This process of increasing, supplying the heat in number of combustion chambers, this is called as what? Constant pressure heating. Constant pressure heating, and again one combustion chamber, cooling, combustion chamber. So this is called as reheating. Reheating. Now a part of the heat is going to be supplied by a regeneration. So this is regeneration. So by combining all these three, intercooling, reheating and regeneration, intercooling, reheating and regeneration, the Ericsson cycle will come into existence. So after cooling is the odd one out. He is asking not a method of. Three are there to make the Joule cycle, that is a standard cycle. This standard cycle will be converted into ideal cycle, that is Ericsson cycle, by combining all these three methods, intercooling, reheating and regeneration. So odd one out is after cooling. Go for the next question. The basic thermodynamic cycle for turbojet engine is turbojet engine or gas turbine, and the gas turbine will be using the Joule cycle. Joule cycle is also called as Breton cycle. Joule cycle is also called as what? Breton cycle, where you will be having two constant pressure processes, and two isentropic process. This is pressure constant, this one is also pressure constant, this is PV power gamma is equals to constant. These two are PV power gamma, and here pressure constant. Heat supply, this one is heat rejection. This cycle can be regarded as which cycle? Breton cycle. Okay, Breton cycle. Go through it once. Next one. Next question is property of a liquid which offers resistance to movement of one layer over the other. Is already a previous Ecet asked question. When one layer is going to move, another layer is going to be retracting them. That is called as intermolecular cohesion. This intermolecular cohesion is going to be creating a resistance of motion. That property is called as viscosity. Fluid friction is also called as viscosity. So what is the correct answer here? Option number 4. Viscosity is the correct answer. Layer by layer. Liquid viscosity will be depending upon intermolecular cohesion. Go for the next question. When a fluid flows through a tapered pipe, this is a tapered pipe. Here we know that this is A1, V1, A2, V2, A1, V1 is equal to A2, V2. Area decreases, velocity increases. Area decreases, velocity increases. Fluid flow tapered pipe or constantly increasing rate. Yes, constantly increasing rate. The flow is classified as increasing rate. Rate means discharge. Rate means what? Discharge. If rate is changing, discharge is changing. Discharge changing means what? It is called as unsteady flow. What is it called as? Unsteady flow. Discharge constant, steady flow. Discharge varying, unsteady flow. Velocity changing, non-uniform flow. Velocity remaining constant, uniform. This is non-uniform. So unsteady, non-uniform must be your answer. Unsteady, non-uniform must be your answer. Okay. In the video lectures, we discussed about steady, unsteady, uniform, non-uniform. Steady means steady. Discharge will be remaining constant. Unsteady, discharge is varying. Uniform, diameter constant. Diameter constant throughout length. Okay. Both the things are given vice versa. Discharge is changing, he is saying, and diameter is tapered. Okay. Diameter is also changing. Tapered means changing diameter. So answer is unsteady, non-uniform. Pause the video, note it down. Let's go for the next question. The ratio of inertia force of a flowing fluid to the viscous force. We have discussed many non-dimensional number. The first one that we discussed was Reynolds number. Reynolds number is inertia force divided by viscous force. Inertia force divided by viscous force. What is the formula we are going to get? Rho V dH divided by mu, or V dH divided by nu, kinematic viscosity. Okay. Reynolds number. So that's why the Reynolds number is the correct answer. Froude number is what? Root of inertia force by gravity force. Gravity force is asked. Euler number is what? Root of inertia force divided by pressure force. Mach number is what? Mach number m is equals to velocity of the fluid divided by sound velocity, or root of inertia force divided by elastic force. Elastic force. So this is also wrong, this is also wrong, this is also wrong. What is the correct answer? Reynolds number. Inertia force divided by viscous force. Chalo, pause the video, note it down. Let's go for the next question. A jet of water coming from a nozzle at a velocity of 20 meter per second. Velocity is given as 20 meter per second. And it impinges normally on a flat plate. This is a flat plate moving with a velocity of 10 meters per second. 10 meters per second. Okay. Next, if the cross sectional area of the jet area is equals to, directly area given 0.01 meter square, density of water is equals to 1000 kg per meter cube, find the force developed on the plate is, force is equals to, what is the formula? If the plate is moving, rho A V minus U whole square, density is 10 to the power of 3, density is 10 to the power of 3, area is 10 to the power of minus 2, V minus U is 20 minus 10, 20 minus 10 whole square. So this is 3 minus 2, this is 1, here 10 square, 10 square into 10, 1000. So what is the correct answer going to become? 1000 newtons. This is the answer, 1000 newtons. Formula we need to memorize. When the plate is fixed, formula is rho A V square. Plate is moving, the formula is rho A V minus U whole square. Second formula in the video lecture. First formula I have given rho A V square, second formula I have given rho A V minus U whole square. So rho A V minus U whole square is the correct answer. Okay, go for the next. Which of the following hydraulic turbine fitted with adjustable vanes? We are having two turbines which will be regarded as actually same turbines, Kaplan turbine and propeller turbine. Kaplan and propeller turbine. Where Kaplan turbine will be having which blades? Adjustable blades. Propeller turbine will be having which blades? Fixed blades. That is the only difference in between the Kaplan and propeller. Remember that. What is the difference between propeller and Kaplan turbine? Can Kaplan turbine be regarded as propeller turbine? Yes, absolutely correct. Kaplan can be regarded as propeller. Propeller can also be regarded as Kaplan. But the only difference in between these two is Kaplan is having adjustable blades, propeller is having fixed blades. So Kaplan is going to be the correct answer. Okay, go for the next one. Maximum efficiency for hydraulic Pelton wheel turbine. We know the formula for efficiency is equals to 2 into V minus U into 1 plus cos phi. Here given beta. So let's take beta. 1 plus cos phi divided by 2 into V minus U into U, 1 plus cos phi divided by V square, okay, like this, where V will be equal to what? 2U. If you substitute V equal to 2U, 2U minus U, U into U square, that means 2U square divided by 4U square into 1 plus cos beta. U square cancel, 2 1s are 2 2s are. So answer for maximum efficiency is 1 plus cos phi or cos beta divided by 2. This was the formula, standard value, already appeared question. So answer is, direct answer, 1 plus cos beta divided by 2. There is no new question, guys. These questions are already prepared. These questions are already there in the important bits. 1 plus cos phi divided by 2. I have given 5. He is mentioning now here beta. Okay. Pause the video, note it down. Go for the next question. Which of the following is the effect of cavitation? Cavitation is due to sudden decrease in pressure, right? Sudden decrease, fall of pressure. Fall of pressure to which value? Vapor pressure. Fall of pressure to or below the vapor pressure, saturation pressure. Then what happens? Bubble formation will take place. So due to which what happens? Noise will come, vibrations will come, pitting effect will come, damage to the hydraulic structure. If all these are responsible for decreasing in the efficiency, Decreasing in the efficiency. So sudden drop in efficiency is the correct answer. Okay, go through it. Intensifier is increasing the pressure. Surging, hydraulic ram is again intensifier. Sudden drop in efficiency. Noise, vibration, pitting, damage to the circuit, damage to the hydraulic turbine, pump. That means efficiency of that device is definitely going to go down. So cavitation is a desirable or undesirable property? Undesirable property. Why it is going to be occurring? Whenever pressure is below the vapor pressure. Go for the next question. In single acting reciprocating pump air vessel crank angle position where there is no flow of liquid into or from the air vessel is, that is the standard value again, 18.57 degrees. 18.57 degrees. Have to memorize that. Okay, around 18 degrees there is no flow. The actuator which converts the energy in the form of compressed air into the movement is called as pneumatic. Why it is pneumatic? Because we are talking about here what? Air. Hydraulic is given, wrong. Electro, wrong. Electric, wrong. Pneumatic, you are talking about here compressed air. So answer is what? Pneumatic actuator. Easily you could have guessed this one, guys, because we know fluid is two types. Fluids, one can be regarded as liquid, second one is regarded as what? Air or gas. Okay. Here liquid, hydro means what? Water. Science is called as what? Hydraulics, where hydro is called as water. Science is called as hydraulics. Air or gas, science is called as pneumatics. Pneumatics, where pneuma means air. So correct answer definitely in the question air mentioned, here pneumatic mentioned, so pneumatic is going to be the correct answer. Go for the next point. The dryness fraction quality of the steam has 10 kg of water in suspension with 40 kg of steam. We know the dryness fraction is equals to mass of vapor divided by mass of vapor plus mass of liquid. Mass of vapor is given how much? Steam which has 10 kg of water in suspension with 40 kg of steam. That is 40 kg of steam divided by 10 plus 40. So 40 divided by 50. 0 gets cancelled. 4 divided by 5. 5 8 is a 40, right guys? 5 8 is a 40. So what is the correct answer now? 0.8. Have to memorize the formula. What is the formula here? The formula is mass of vapor divided by mass of total, that is water and vapor. Pause the video, note it down. Let's go for the next question. On molar chart, this is a molar chart, guys. You will be seeing the molar chart like this. It is called as enthalpy versus entropy diagram also. Enthalpy versus entropy. Here you will be having enthalpy values. Here you will be having entropy values also. HS diagram. So is represented by throttling process. Throttling means enthalpy remaining constant. Enthalpy remaining constant. And enthalpy is related with which line? Horizontal lines. Horizontal lines. So let's say this is enthalpy 1, this is enthalpy 2. That is enthalpy is remaining constant. H1 is equals to H2. Which line it is? Horizontal line. So correct answer is what? Horizontal line. Vertical line is utilized for what? Entropies. Downward inclined lines from left to right. Downward inclined line, these are dryness fractions. Upward inclined lines from left to right, that is specific volume. This is specific volume. Here you can say downward inclined lines. They are from dryness fraction X. Vertical lines is entropy. Okay. So the correct answer for this question going to become enthalpy. Enthalpy are horizontal lines. Go for the next point. Which of the following is a water bent tube boiler? Water tube boiler. Okay. I have given the logic double S, double C, double L for fire tube. For fire tube. Fire tube are simple vertical boiler. Simple vertical boiler. Scotch marine boiler. Double C, Cochran, Cornish, Lancashire, locomotive. Okay. Apart from this, if any given, that is what do we have? Babcock and Wilcox, Babcock, Wilcox, Stirling, Yarrow. These are considered as which boilers? Water tube boilers. Now you will see Lancashire locomotive Cochran. Lancashire locomotive Cochran. All are what? Fire tube. So the answer is what? Stirling boiler only. Stirling boiler, Yarrow boiler, Babcock and Wilcox are water tube boiler. Pause the video, note it down. Go for the next question.